pillow.
Pillow?
A pillow?
Like for your neck pillow.
Oh, really?
Didn't yeah.
Somebody,
We were
one of
talking
the
about travel
SCFs had a cool neck pillow.
Valeria has a cool like dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We can have a neck pillow fashion show.
Yes. You have the same one as I do,
I
right?
do.
With that neck brace.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, that thing is amazing. Speaking of Portugal, we have Portugal online with us.
I do not know how to say hello in Portuguese.
I don't either. And
I can say thank you, but that's it.
how about in Polish? We also have Poland.
Oh, who's your mate on this watch?
Was it George?
Ah,
You want to know thank you? Or wait, hello in Portuguese?
yeah.
Yes.
I think it's just oi.
Oi?
Oi.
Oi?
Oi. We have a mate from Poland on board who can obviously speak Polish.
He thought that was Romania. Oh,
Yeah,
other mate.
the
Chief
other mate, yeah. Yes.
Suna, how do you say... Actually, I know the answer to this. Never mind. I was going to say hello in German. Isn't it just hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, with an A.
an
Suna
A.
speaks German.
What about hello in Turkish?
Merhaba.
Merhaba. Trevor, how do you say hello in Canadian?
Sorry.
Good one. I was
That's
going to say bonjour.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
that's
there
fair.
you go.
But you're from the west coast, right? Of
You
Canada?
betcha.
You betcha.
Yeah, it's not how I say hello in Canadian.
That's not SPL friendly, is it?
Silence.
There's your answer. Sometimes no answer is an answer. Hello in Swedish is
Hey.
hey, but it's spelled
Hey.
H-E-J.
Hedge.
Or maybe hello, H-E-J-S-A-N. Hejan. Hejan?
Heyan?
Heyan?
I don't know. I thought it was just hey. That's probably the short for that other word.
I don't know how to say hello in Norwegian
Mm-hmm.
or Russian.
That's privyet in Russian.
Privyet.
Privyet.
Jumbo. You know that one? It's Swahili.
Oh.
Got the Dobry Den. Dobry Den. Good
Well,
morning.
you know, Lonnie would have had the Nordic countries covered
Check.
for us. The Norse.
I also don't know what it would be in Dutch.
I think it's similar to hollow, but
Hello.
I'd be wrong. Suna, did you study in Germany or did you just study the language?
Neither.
Why do you
You
speak
just
German?
absorbed it.
Exactly.
You just had a head injury and woke up speaking German, or?
I grew up speaking German to my mom because she's from Liechtenstein.
Ah,
Oh.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. We talked about that passport before.
Mm-hmm.
Hello in Norwegian is hey, H-E-I,
Hey.
hey.
Here comes Babby Argus. Can't wait.
That is just like, I don't know.
Is she down there?
I really wish I saw that.
No.
We almost need radio comms with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, feedback.
Isn't there a radio down there? Or do you have to
She's
take-
got to pick it up.
And the connection's real bad.
Yeah. We can actually put an intercom down there, and they make like a aviation headset for these things
Ooh.
that you can put on, and
That'd be cool.
it
We
works
got-
pretty well.
Oh,
You seen the
that's
aviation
why
headset thing we got for the radio, right?
Yeah.
It's not very good.
Right.
I mean, it's great, but the winch hold is not very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think an intercom would be a better choice.
Well, radio to deck works. It's
Yeah.
just radio to control that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of spotty.
For mobile system, I'd like to put in a multi-band base unit up here instead of using handhelds.
Oh,
Think
they took our CB.
Yeah, I took it out in
What?
Mexico.
What?
I was hoping to revive that thing.
You wouldn't need an AED. It was so old and corroded.
Do you guys know what hello in Maori is?
No, I do not.
Kia ora.
How do you know somebody?
But it does say,
You might Google Translate this stuff before you just
I
start speaking in languages you
I
don't
know,
know.
I know. I'm going by pronunciation. They say, for you Americans, say ki ora. It would be close enough. Ki ora.
Is that Maori?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ki ora. But it looks
Or-
like Kia ora.
But Maori is actually, the name of the language is something else. Hold on. Where's my phone? I learned this the other day. Starts with T-E is the first word. I have a photo. I'm relying on my photographic memory here. Otherwise known as my phone. Where was that comment? There it is. T-Reo is the language of the Maori. T-Reo?
I don't know. Maori is the language of indigenous Polynesian people of New Zealand. Hello in Hebrew, shalom. All right, we're coming up on the last 15 minutes of July 17th, 2019.
What? We have 15 minutes. What did you say?
That's what I said, 15.
Okay. My brain heard 7, but doesn't mean it's working. I feel quite happy that I don't have another plane ride until October.
But that means you're here till October.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like bittersweet.
I'm taking, well, I don't know. Seems like I've been racking up the miles lately.
Not me.
Not racking you up?
Nope.
What?
Are you hanging around, Miles?
Yeah, till the end of August. And then I get back on in Honolulu.
Ed, am I going to have more Nautilus days than you this year?
I hope so. I didn't, I have a separate, I could look it up.
I don't know how many I'm going to have.
Yeah, 135
C days or paid days?
paid days. Which are pretty close.
Yeah, I'm focused.
Just round 2.
She's gonna get caught.
She could just call up and have us talk her into it. Yeah, unsurprisingly, there's a spreadsheet for that.
Yeah, I haven't finished mine yet.
Now, this is my staffing schedule for
Oh, yeah.
the year.
Future winch, then instant replay. Yeah.
Future winch, that was more than a second.
Yeah.
Wait, where's, oh, that's right, this is, I have 124.
At sea?
Yeah, paid days.
That's not mobile system or off-season, right?
Or, that doesn't count demob either, which is probably 7 to 10 days for us this year.
Okay.
But it is 62% of the season.
Yeah, winch hold is slower than storage winch.
Ed, you're here as a volunteer, right?
Yep.
Full-time volunteer?
110. Yeah, there just was a weird spacing of the legs that I had to be here for. That it just didn't make sense to go home for, you know, a week
Right,
and
right,
then
totally.
come back, especially this far away. It's going to be weird to be in port for a day with most of the people gone. Give me a chance to get up early and short sheet the beds of all the on-signers.
How many people are staying on in this port call? I know last port call was 10 people.
Yeah, I don't know. All the SCFs, me.
Hannaford and the Arguses.
They're starting a
Yeah,
band.
so that's 3, 4.
All the data people are staying.
Okay. So,
Renato and I are staying.
okay, cool.
Sam and Justin. Should be about 12 of us, I think.
Yeah.
That's a nice rocky target. It's a very sharp shadow on that target.
You're talking the, which side?
I'm talking starboard.
Yeah.
Starboard side? We should see it in Argus. Surprise.
Yes, I saw it. Rock.
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 Big
Comes
rock.
another one
Big rock.
on port this time.
Ed is not actually a volunteer. He's...
No. No.
What are you again?
Video operations manager for OET on contract.
But standing in for...
What? On
You-
this leg?
Yeah, or no, just right now.
Right now I'm the lead video engineer on this leg.
Yeah. Or no, I mean exactly in that seat right now.
What?
What is this position right
Oh,
here?
video engineer.
Yeah, okay. Thoughts are hard at this hour.
Yeah,
I
no, I
think.
gotcha. Oh, that's better. Time's running out on us to get a Mike's present. I always joke with my, well,
There's some more of that kind of slumping off around that rock, huh?
yeah, that was normally kind of formed by currents usually. Slight currents. Hey, is watch change?
Yeah.
Or part of a watch change.
The 12 to 4 is trickling in
Yeah.
here.
We have a, oh, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 step handoff process. We go in the video engineering position.
Oh.
Things you tell the on-signer about the system and the people and the activities and the equipment, etc. And we've been reducing that lately too. When we hand off to somebody else at the position, we just tell them, camera's full wide, we're looking for a plane.
Pretty straightforward at this point.
Not much changing from watch to watch.
Nope.
But we've got 4 minutes left.
Was it still raining
I
outside when you came in?
It wasn't raining at all when I came up. Gotta start making some audio adjustments here. We prep for this watch change. Get all the trims out. $12 to 4, is that who's coming in? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's hard because we operate on UTC and we're just like 13 hours off of UTC. So when I look at the clock up there, it says 10:56.
I know, it teases me every time.
I'll wait till we change to do that. Hey, there's Brian.
Hey, Brian. Good evening, sir. Are you so excited to take over? Brian's coming in. He is beyond excited to be here. And I am even more excited to go to bed. All right. Enjoy, everyone.
Check test 1, 2.
Back row is on.
Hi, how's everybody back there?
Back row. Back row. Sleepy time. Excellent.
Yeah.
Back row,
Yeah, yeah.
checking in.
I don't even think we marked the target.
I didn't think so, no.
Yeah, during our watch. Yeah.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. Or good night.
Hello, everybody. So we are at the southernmost reach of our first line in the west section. And we are stepping to the west. After that step, we'll turn around and drive along the north line, the line heading north at roughly bearing 335.
What's the
Yeah.
plan for picking up that holiday, Rennie? Do you know?
I don't know. What I was, when I first discussed it, is that we would finish this west section, and then
Yeah.
at some point, as we're cutting across to go to the south section on the southeast corner,
Right.
we'll hit that at least.
Right.
That's
I
the
have high hopes for that area too.
yeah.
I mean, it's a slim section. It's like 100 meters or something. So
Yeah, it's just it's a small gap, but it's right where the
yeah.
the coordinate was. So we're gonna run over it again. It's good to have some double data there anyway, regardless.
Do you have a rough feel for just not without doing the math on planning wise what the time breakout for these legs will be? Like how long to finish the west? How long?
Yeah.
Just guesstimate.
No, I haven't really. I do know that these lines here take about one watch,
Oh, okay.
including one turn. So it should be that.
That has now become a unit of time, which
Yeah.
Yeah,
equates to
watch.
4 hours.
Right.
For
So
you
if we
at home.
decide to do all of them, it'll be 1, 2, 3.
We have 10 more seconds left to get Mike a plane for his birthday.
Yeah. If we decide to do all of the west ones, probably 24 hours.
Okay,
Plus
good.
the south section is a bit shorter, but yeah, it seems like we were just adding a bit, but square, you know, square kilometer wise, square nautical miles wise, we pretty much are doubling the survey area that we.
And the turns, I think we're better at them now, but still they take a bit of time.
Yeah.
How's our SOG been?
As I understand it, was comparable
Oh,
at this
good.
heading.
Yeah.
I think they're just long lines.
But it's hold on. Where's PC4? Winds are out of the north.
Yeah, I'm actually flipped around here. I'm so used to looking over there for it. They seem to have changed.
Oh
my
yeah,
monitors.
they did. Huh? Weird.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess that's okay. I guess I can adapt.
No, you can't.
Yeah, the winds are coming out of the north.
But they're only at 4 knots now.
Yeah,
so
and the current's not
really.
anywhere near as significant as it's suggested to be. Argus is still starting to swing there, but it's still got motion. I don't know if you guys have concatenated the line in the back row for the turn, but it's still, if you haven't yet, it looks like it's still going forward a bit.
We haven't stopped it yet.
Okay.
Tell
that
us
should
when.
be fine. Yeah.
There's pretty hilly terrain coming down here.
What did you say originally? Concatenated the line?
Yeah.
That's a new word for me.
Oh.
Is that correct? Let's look up the definition, make sure I'm not saying some stupid stuff.
Maybe
no,
it's striations.
I'm sure that you heard.
Airplane.
Who's on it?
Peyton.
All right.
Concatenate. CONCATENATE.
Link things together in a chain or series.
To link things together. I was saying it the wrong way.
Oh.
String concatenation.
You're arrested.
I
Or
should
police.
remember that one.
Yeah.
It's also a computer science term where you join strings
I was
together.
saying it the total opposite way of what it's meant to be.
Speaking of computer science, did you
Glad
see
we
your
checked.
institution in the news? Your department in the news
Yeah.
there, Peyton?
Magdalena, I think Magdalena.
Yep, you're right so far.
I need to check her last name again. I was just reading it like
Starts
as
with
I
a
woke
B.
up.
I know that much.
Let me check.
There's a great article on GeekWire.
Magda Balazinska.
Yes.
Balazinska.
Yep.
Next director of the Paul G. Allen School.
Is that Lazowska still there?
Ed Lazowska.
Really tall professor, chair?
Would not know off the top of my
Okay.
head. I don't think I've met him.
Great guy.
It's funny because in coding, concatenate, that's what that means, but for some reason not in coding. I've decided to use it the opposite way.
Maybe you can ask us if we've anti-concatenated the line?
I like, what's the term I use in computer science?
what word am I-
Non-trivial problem.
Yeah.
I love that one.
What word am I thinking of that is not that word?
Well, we sure are hoping to see this aircraft come up out of the gloom momentarily.
That'd be great.
Terminate?
No.
Concede?
Something
not
with like a
complicated enough.
hard C.
No. What is concede?
Conclude.
No.
Unfurl.
Cessate. Cessation.
Cessation? With a C?
We'd be stopping
Means
it.
to end.
Cessation? Like the ending point?
Yeah.
Think of it. I can't think of it. Just woke up. Can't think of it.
Well, you look great for just waking up.
Yeah, that was pretty good verbiage for just waking up.
It was completely wrong, but
Hey, don't worry
We'll
about
allow
it.
it.
Listen, and
We're
then we
awarding
all
you style
learned.
points.
Yeah, you get points for syllables.
Yeah.
yeah.
Double word score.
Onomatopoeia. I win.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing to see here. Move along, folks.
Do what? We can stop the line there and start the turn data.
Thank
And
Roger.
I'm gonna wait just a couple paces here.
I'm typing it on my computer.
I think I know where I was going. Just give me a moment here.
Lonnie, we've got viewers from Japan and Portugal. Are those on your list?
Been to both those places.
We were just saying hello to a lot of our viewers in their native language, and we were striking out on the Nordic countries, and we were missing you, Lonnie.
You have Denmark, Finland, Norway, and the Netherlands.
You've got a pretty good chance of getting it right with either hey or hello.
Yeah, hey.
Can I just tell them we're giving
But
it
it's
a
knowing
friendly
which
nod?
which is where is the problem.
Norway. You can say hade bra.
Was it you that lived in Thailand as well?
Yes.
I love their hello. I like my owl as well. I wish there was an English equivalent of that. Besides, no thank you.
So we have an overview from row 2 back here, the amazingly alert, caffeinated row 2. Oh, Dr. Megan doesn't drink coffee. The rest of us
Oh, I do not
trying
drink
to wake
coffee
up.
either. I've never
Ditto.
had coffee.
I really regret not
I never
grabbing
have
some
either.
tea before I came up.
Yeah.
Well, you've got your midnight to 4 a.m. shift. Extremely witty and alert and knowledgeable front row.
About to locate the Samoan clipper.
Yeah.
We are all over it.
Yes. Yes, we are on the Samoan Clipper search off the coast of American Samoa. And as most of our viewers have hopefully read and probably know, the Samoan Clipper disappeared on the morning of January 11th, 1938, 3 hours after takeoff. Takeoff was 5:37 in the morning on January 11th, and the plane was on its third trip, the first leg of its third trip, Honolulu, Kingman Reef, Pongo Pongo, Auckland, New Zealand, when they noted an oil leak in engine number 4, decided to jettison some fuel, turn back, and land at Pongo Pongo. Because the plane was loaded with 2,300 gallons of fuel and way too heavy to land in the very narrow, challenging, boot-shaped harbor, only a quarter of a mile by 2 miles long. Reached after skimming over a peak, cutting the engines and diving to the water to pull up just at landing. They had to dump fuel. All contact was lost about 8:24, and an eyewitness in a canoe about 12 miles away saw what she thought was smoke streaming from the wings. It was actually the vapor trail, which goes back about 40 feet, of fuel being jettisoned, and the plane took a dive. There was a flash of fire, smoke, sound of an explosion akin to a gunshot, and she noted that the wing was floating for about 5 minutes. And after that, black smoke, and it was reported that there was black smoke, and the Avocet Grumman Duck airplane went out with its pilot, Lieutenant Williamson, who was also the commander of the USS Avocet, which was a seaplane tender. He went out and saw the oil slick coming from the bottom of the ocean, went back. In the meantime, the Avocet was revving up, boilers getting ready to come out. The Avocet went out on the evening of July 11th, stayed in the area all night, and shortly after daybreak, within about 10 minutes actually, found the debris floating on the water, picked up quite a few things, although not as much as one would expect from an explosion, and continued the search for about 6.5 hours. Williamson flew back out, and the plane confirmed that the oil slick was coming from the bottom of the ocean in the same location. The things that were found were small bits of paper, log, water, soundproofing, the navigator's drift tray, the pilot's armrest, the radio operator's jacket with the insignia still on it, a pair of trousers with a bent tie clip, and a small piece of strut fairing. And that was about it. No one has seen the Samoan Clipper for 81 years, and we're out here trying to close the knowledge and update aviation history, both for Pan Am, for aviation history, and for all the families involved.
It's interesting with such a long-range flight, especially considering his previous experience on the trip from Honolulu to San Francisco and coming in short on fuel, that he didn't just go ahead and top it off the extra 200 tanks to get them all full, the 200 gallons.
You know, I've thought about that, but I thought maybe then he's too heavy to actually take off out of that
and he might have
harbor.
done calculations, and he had 4 hours of extra fuel, but I thought he had an extra hour and a half or 2 hours, was it?
I thought it was 2 hours.
I think,
about.
well, there's some calculations, they seem to get mixed up, but the trip was supposed to take 12.6 hours. That was calculated, and he had 14 something hours of daylight. sometimes I see that 14 hours is also how much fuel he had. So maybe
right.
maybe they calculated fuel to daylight. I don't know. But I did find, remember we were wondering what the stall speed was?
Yeah.
Yes, I've come up with that. The flap actually affords a stalling and landing speed of 65 miles per hour.
Wow.
We knew the landing speed, but the stall speed is the same.
Oh.
And the best
Well, that-
setting for the flaps for takeoff is +10 to +12. And for landing, it's +10.
Huh.
And
Well,
indicates that the flap decreased the takeoff time by nearly 40%.
don't you as a pilot, Summer, typically want to come in at about the same speed you took off at? Right above your
so-
stall speed?
Well, no. So,
It depends on the winds and everything
Yeah.
else.
yeah. So, in my plane, what I like to do is, yeah, it depends on the winds and everything, I guess, but I definitely come in 20 knots over my stall speed.
Right.
Or sorry, not 20. Like 10. And then last minute changes. So my approach, like I rotate at 80
Yeah.
and then climb out at 100. It's my best VY. It's your best rate of climb. And then the stall speed is 80 in the Cherokee.
Right. And that,
The most,
would that change if you were flying somewhere that wasn't so hot?
Summer, can you change your heading to
yeah.
a little bit? Thanks. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt.
The stall speed does not change. It's just your landing distance to take off. If it's a hot, humid day out, will be a lot longer
Yeah.
than it would be if you were in a cooler, less humid climate.
Seemed to me that when I was in, we transitioned from Hueys to Blackhawks, that on those super hot days we would do rolling takeoffs.
Oh.
Blackhawks are wheeled helicopters. So we get a little forward speed going on.
Takes a lot longer to take off in the heat.
Yeah.
Often in Denver, they'll offload passengers. It's a mile high.
Yep.
So there's a lot less dense, so the propeller is less to like
Yeah.
chop through,
Right.
kind of, if you will. Because it's still a fluid, even though it's air.
I think I recently went through the Denver airport, the new Denver airport, for the first time since they took down, was it Stapleton? Or was it McNichol?
What is that?
That I
The
do
old
not know.
airport, the old airport
Oh.
in Denver. Used to be right. almost-
Stapleton, I think.
Yeah, it was Stapleton. Went to film school on the now decommissioned Lowry Air Force Base in Aurora, Colorado. They had taken old B-52 runways and converted them into streets. So there'd be a little yellow dividing line on the side and a white line right beside the car, and then like 300 feet of pavement and then the curb. Or maybe not 300 feet. It's just, you can imagine a giant runway made into a city street.
It's for a lot of wide loads.
Yeah, no worries there.
Bridge nav. When you're happy with the heading, we can proceed on the selected line, bearing 335. Thank you.
So Rennie, you said we're about 24 hours out from finishing the extra search area, roughly?
That was a very rough guess. No, that's just the west section.
Just the west.
Oh.
Then we have a smaller southern portion, and we have a holiday line to complete as well. Hopefully, I think it's going to be the western section, then the holiday, then the south, but I could be completely wrong.
No, that sounded like what the last instructions I was given, but that's
define
a long time out.
holiday
I still can't
line.
tell you. I can't tell you why they call that. A holiday line is a gap in the data.
Holiday is a gap
that we had previously collected.
Oh,
so
okay.
in looking at the data, looked like Argus might have gone along a line askew. So it was pointed off the line heading. So we have about roughly 100 meters of no data just south of where the center of our search zone was.
What would be the odds?
Man.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it a holiday, but that's
You have no idea. Same
true
thing
in
when you're
multi-beam
mapping.
data, yeah.
You go back at the end of a survey if you can and pick up some holidays. Our on-signers are going to be having 2 Sundays in Samoa, which is a little unfortunate if they need to resupply anything, because I think everything's closed on Sundays.
Oh.
Wait, what day do we get back into port? One of the Sundays?
I think it's a Saturday. No. Are all the Argus pilots staying on?
Yes,
Oh,
affirmative.
well, I can do my Argus photo next leg too. We're in
Argus.
port.
A picture of all us awesome Argus pilots?
Yes. Did you see the other one I did?
No.
For some reason I took it with that. Oh, I was trying to grab it real quick while we were in port. Oh, I just had it too.
Cannot find why it's called a holiday line.
Are you able to find why it's called a holiday line?
I cannot.
Yeah, gap is just called a holiday. I don't know where that came from.
It's a common term though.
Yep.
So it's just a gap in data?
Yep. I don't know if it's used in other... Let's see if I can find out.
Yeah, and I'm in the right area, I just can't find it.
Keep typing in gap as part of my search, and it keeps pulling up the gap.
Oh, like the store or like
Gap
mine
holiday
the gap?
collection.
Yeah. There was some Khan Academy that came up.
Oh, there it is. May 10th. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Oh, nice.
So I need that, the right stuff photo of you guys.
That was good lighting. It's like the appropriate amount of lumens.
Yes, yes, I poured extra lumens on it.
It was all those incandescent bulbs.
And then I just happened to see, where was that? It was right here. Great picture of our former, or our future Argus pilot at the house.
I miss Gabby. I haven't sailed with her in like 3 years.
I'm out with her a bit. She's coming out.
It's coming back out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
She'll be back out, yeah.
Yeah.
In August?
Can't recall her
I
which
hope so.
cruises, but yeah, she'll be out.
All right, this is low res, but you get the idea.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be at one of the stars.
With spoon glasses.
So for those of you watching, we are continuing to dive just with Argus. And this has been a significantly long dive.
We should just this hour be breaking the record.
Nice.
For not only Argus, but longest dive ever.
Longest Nautilus dive ever?
Yeah, I think so. We were at 73 hours right before the watch change.
Oh, man.
Or that's what I was told.
We are breaking records. So you are joining us for quite a momentous dive for multiple reasons, both in length and purpose and scope. So if you've faithfully watched a Nautilus dive before and you're used to seeing the camera view in Channel 2 look a bit different, it's because we're just diving with Argus. Hercules is still on deck. And the reason behind that is because we are trying to create a side scan sonar map of the search area while we look for the Samoan Clipper. And to do so with Hercules would take us even longer than what it does with Argus.
I wonder how many media files we've written this dive so far.
This is 593 objects.
Yeah, divided by 2, so about 300. We write an XML file for every file that we write.
You said there's every 15 minutes it makes a new one?
Yeah.
Damn.
So divide that by 4 for hours.
Yeah.
And that's from usually ROV power on. So if they messed around on deck for a little bit, which I don't think we did. And I don't think we turned it on until it went over the transom.
You guys got in pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because originally we weren't supposed to go back in until the next day. And then you guys got in at 10:30? 10:30 a few days ago?
So for our shipmates who are leaving us at the end of this leg, is it the same journey in reverse? Do you have to go over to Apia and spend a night?
Because we're going into Port Pongo Pongo, right?
And then, yeah. And then fly back to Fiji or Auckland, or who's leaving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of going back to Honolulu, we're going to Nandi in Fiji.
Yep.
And then Lax. And then across country for some of us.
The original plan for our family holiday before this had me flying from Dublin to Pongo Pongo.
Ooh.
And I exercised my veto on that one.
I mean, those are pretty opposite extremes of the planet elevation. Or not elevation, latitude.
You know what the USO is?
Yes.
I was at the USO club in the San Francisco airport once when I was in the military and met a fellow service member who had used up a bunch of his leave And then shortly after his return to his unit, had been reassigned from Germany to Korea.
Oh.
So he had no leave saved up. And so he was in transit direct from Germany to Korea on commercial flights. Ugh.
Does not sound pleasant.
Yeah.
Bryan County, where I live, is I think it's either the only in Georgia or the only in the country. I don't remember. Someone was telling me our entire county is just cut in half diagonally by the base.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Fort Stewart?
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't go.
Here in
go through
Georgia.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, getting back to our aviation topic with the Samoan Clipper, I mentioned the other day, morning, night, that I always thought about if
it all blurs together.
You go back in time, would you be able to transfer? Would you have, it's just an ordinary citizen, be able to transfer any of this technology or advancements we've made as a civilization, or are we all removed and dumbed down from it? The inverse of that, I'm always super curious about. If you could take the captain of the Samoan Clipper and transport him to modern day and show him how many commercial flights are in the air today and how our economy is not based, but so dependent on aviation. Show him an A380 and the cockpit. What would Captain Music think
Blow him
of
away. Wouldn't you be pretty excited that what he was so passionate about led to?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Although I think I was a little informed on that, because I wonder about things like that, especially with historical figures. I recently saw a piece where a man had been wrongly convicted and spent 28 or 35 years in prison and came out.
Mm-hmm.
And they were asking, what do you think of society and what's different? And the first thing he said was, I don't get how people can walk and stare down at their hands at that thing that everyone carries around. When did people learn how to walk without looking where they're going? It's true.
It's right after we finished mastering walking and chewing gum.
Yeah, it's so wrapped up in our devices that you would never have thought 20 years ago to read a book while you were walking.
Yeah. Screen time is a challenge for humanity in general. So the question that just came in about what it might potentially look like as a sonar target kind of is a bit up in the air, because we don't really know the
what condition it's in.
Yeah, if it's in pieces and how many pieces. We can say, however, that because of the depth, it would probably have been fairly well preserved, and the sonar return would be pretty bright because of it bouncing off of the metal it was made out of. We've been looking for some regular shapes. One of the things that we're most hopeful to see is the wings. That was 118 feet and 2 inches.
What about on the A models? How long were those?
Didn't you know it?
114
You knew it.
Exactly. They increased it by 4 feet.
Just showing off now, Ed.
I didn't know it. I had no idea.
But the eyewitness account said that it floated on the surface for roughly 5 minutes and then sank. So we're ideally hoping to find that.
There's also something interesting from the crash report that I was going to say earlier when Lonnie was talking, but the Bureau of Air Commerce report says it is significant that practically all of the items picked up, i.e. bits of flooring, partitioning, books and papers, the navigator's drift target tray, and interior wall parts, were apparently from the interior of the cabin adjacent to the hull fuel tanks. A further important point is that the parts which are known or believed to have been in the compartment rear